I think I sing at the core because I love it. I love the intersection of music that, for me, draws out an emotional response. The voice as an instrument is not something we get to put away. At the end of the day, it's so interconnected with who we are, with how we're feeling about ourselves, about what it is we're expressing.
There's not really a way to describe the feeling of being in a room with 60 people and singing the same thing and doing the harmonies and like layering the music in that way. And there's like this like gut feeling you have when you're singing in a choir that's really special. When I come into the choir room and when we start singing, it's like that nothing else matters. It's my time to like be with the people in choir and with the music that we're singing, and that's an experience that you really just don't get anywhere else.
There's just like such a camaraderie that comes with singing with people. It's such like a shared feeling, a shared project, and it's something that's typically so either like stress relieving or like free flowing compared to a lot of other things in life in college, when life is stressful and college is stressful.
I think part of it is just kind of being part of, a big musical family where all our voices just kind of blend together to make beautiful music. We carry each other up, we lift each other up, we cheer each other on. But at the same time, it's just kind of also mentoring the new additions to our choir, which just keeps on growing every single year.
I think for me it goes back to community, but it's also that personal spiritual connection. And for me, this is the one thing that I'm doing for me. I mentioned that I have a little guy at home. He's 16 months and he is the light of my life, and my husband and I adore him, but he takes up every waking moment that is not at work. And so this is the 90 minutes that I have for me to invest in my own personal development and maybe give to a community in a different way.
As human beings, I think we sing sort of like why I came to choir at this point. I think it's a healing force. I think as human beings, we have a need to tell our stories. And music is uniquely suited to doing that because it's not just language, it's also then rhythm and sound and vibration. And I think that it allows our stories to be told in a way that people can hear differently. So I think, especially now in this time in the world, I think that we need that kind of healing space. Singing is a way of bringing not just healing to my life, but also as a way, it's always been my place of service. Art is my place of service, whether it's been acting or singing or teaching or directing or anything like that. It's always been my place of service. And for me, singing is a way to give something to an audience that maybe they didn't even know that they needed.
It's a connection to the music, a connection to the sensation of how good it feels to sing in a group. The community that you gain by coming in and it being vulnerable, of making mistakes together, improving things together, and then moving into a situation where you get to present that to an audience and hopefully have them connect with the message that you're trying to communicate. So we're not just telling our own stories, but in choir, we tell other people's stories. And then we hope that that sort of musical medium helps an audience connect emotionally with those other stories. And it's really important all the time, but especially in times where people are very divided and very focused on the individual. A kind of collective experience like choir, where we really do depend on one another each day, it's kind of radical, I think. Yeah. So here at SU, we've got 3 choirs that you can join, and I would say that if you've never sung in choir, the best thing to do is reach out to me and come visit a rehearsal. Our rehearsals are open, which means that you're welcome to visit us, come sit in a section, sing or not sing along, but kind of follow along with the process and get that experience of how does this feel? Is this a place where I could see myself growing and feeling comfortable? So our rehearsals have a lot of elements to them. At the top of rehearsal, if you come to one, you'll probably see us doing some kind of physical warm-up at the beginning. Part of that is to sort of reorient the body. You know, people walk around with all kinds of posture these days. And in particular, a lot of bending down toward our phones and our devices. But a lot of what we're doing at the top of rehearsal is reconnecting folks with their breath, reconnecting people with a sensation of a free and tall posture. That's how we open it up. And then you probably heard of vocal warm-ups. That's a big part of the beginning of a rehearsal as well, because we're asking our voices to do more than they usually do moving through a typical day. So beyond just like ordering coffee and talking in class and speaking to your friends or those kinds of things, we're asking our voices to move in ways that we're not accustomed to, potentially, to extend our breath for long phrases. So we're building kind of respiratory ability. And then oftentimes we're working on extending the range. So that's how high and how low you can sing. And over time, through exercises, we know that we have the ability to grow that range. And so those are things that we're doing at the beginning of the rehearsal, and then, you know, continuing to use throughout the rehearsal.
Choir has been definitely the most consistent thing about my experience at SU. It's been the one thing that I've done every single quarter, and that has been so important to me. Having that stability in life and having something that you always can go back to has been so important for my emotional and mental health. I mean, we're in college, it's a tough time, we're experiencing a lot of changes and really tough things, frankly, and choir has always been a spot that even if I'm not in the best state of mind, I'm coming here and sharing in that special experience and making music together and kind of looking past whatever is happening, even on the days when it seems like that's all I could think about, to come in here and to like have that with me as I'm singing with other people has been really influential.
I was an actor for over 25 years. And then had a car accident, went back to school, got my master's in psychology and a master's in social work, started working in that capacity. And then 7 years ago was diagnosed with cancer. So that took me out of the workforce because my body won't let me do the 9-to-5 thing anymore. I heard about university singers through the alumni letter, and I thought, that's a way that I can remind myself of who I am in the world. Again, to sing again, to be part of a collaborative group creating music and creating art again. And I also honestly was looking for healing for my life. And music does that in a way that kind of nothing else that I can think of does. Art does that, right? I think art globally, overall, is one of the most creatively healing forces we have on the planet. So I was at a place in my life where I just had to stop and look at what I could do to regain a sense of who I am in the world. And here was this amazing opportunity to sing with other people again. So there we go. That's what I am doing.
Okay, yeah, glee. All right, so we got 1, 2 spot, focus is here, and breathing, go.
I I definitely say if they're looking for community, if they're looking for new people to connect with, this is definitely one of the right places to start. And two, if they're looking to build themselves up, work with a group with an excellent array of singers, and to make beautiful music, period, then that's definitely one of the reasons to go about. If there's a single bit of advice that I'd have to give them, it's just definitely come and bring yourself. Put your best foot forward. This choir demands a lot, but it gives a lot in return. I have no regrets at all in joining this choir since the very first day I stepped foot on campus here at SU. This choir's brought all the joy, all the friends, all the family, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
Everyone is coming in with their unique voice, talents, emotions to put it all into this one thing that you're all, working on together. That's really special. And so could not recommend that highly enough. And it's scary. It definitely is scary to come in and to sing and to put yourself out there like that. And again, do it. I think life is about taking a step and doing something that feels scary. And there's no better place to do it than the choir room, where you've got so many people here who are gonna do it along with you.
It's fun. It's a good time, especially if you enjoy singing, if you enjoy sharing with people, if you have any experience of it in the past, and even if you don't. It's been such a good way for me to share music with people. It's been such a good way for me to build a community on campus, and something that's so consistent year through. Meet people that aren't in your class, that aren't in your major, that aren't who you normally even associate yourself with in public. Singing's fun. It's like a straightforward thought. It's just something that I enjoy, and something that I know a lot of other people enjoy.
Everyone should sing. Everyone should have the experience of singing together with a group of people. This particular choir gives space to anybody who wants to sing, which is also amazing because it's community members, it's faculty, it's students, it's alumni. It's anybody who wants to sing can sing. To experience that for yourself, to create music with other people, is a gift that you can give yourself, that there is nothing else like it in the world. If you think that you've never sung in a choir, or you don't know if you could sing in a choir, yes you can, right? And you will find something about yourself as a singer that is completely different when you're creating music with other people than if you're singing by yourself or singing solo. Advice, be brave, do it. Try it, see what it brings to your heart and to your life to sing with other people. It is a joy beyond what I can express. Yeah.